Can you hear me better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So with all these issues.
I don't know. Welcome to E14 podcast, everybody.
Her name is
Jamie Britt.
and my name is Heath Britt. And the views and opinions of this podcast does not reflect the views.
I
suck.
Messed it up.
The opinion. Do you do it? I
The
can't suck
views and
it.
opinions expressed in this podcast are those of our own and not the United States Navy or my respective command.
And this is the part I know. You can take it or leave it.
That's why we give you just a little saying.
Yes, because I don't forget that.
How long have you been in the Navy?
Oh, me blow me life.
I'm Jamie Britt.
And I'm Heath Britt.
And together we are E14. We have 40 years of naval service.
And each week we discuss a potpourri of topics, which we like to call smoke pit topics.
These are real world topics that concern us, our marriage, and our Navy with a sailor twist.
So join us each week as we dive into the deep end.
Booyah! Welcome everybody back to E14 podcast. We've been on hiatus lately.
Jamie's been on hiatus lately. Freaking lazy ass Jamie.
No, it's not laziness. I just say that every year around this time of year, the holidays, I start to get burned out, and I know I probably should be taking leave a lot more than that, but I figure, all these 96s are coming up. Why take leave, even though I'm feeling the stress? And I just kind of flop.
Yeah, but you like to climb Fool's Mountain because you know you should do it.
Right.
But you don't.
Right.
So you're really, maybe you should just take leave.
I know.
I know it feels, because, I'm retired. I was in the Navy at one time,
Mm-hmm.
As I've mentioned a million times. But I know what it is. Like you're wasting leave if you're taking it over 96.
Exactly.
What if you really need it for like something? No shit.
Major.
Major.
Like an emergency.
Right.
So I keep saving it back, planning for the unknown, and I end up just, needing a break from work. I mean, well, in recruiting, it's hard November and December because they're short months for us. So we have to really, really push and find basically a month's worth of people in like 2 weeks.
Right. It's don't do the quotas drop during the holiday months for recruiting?
Yeah, a little bit, but really it never stops because you have what you have to get for all year. So you're constantly making up from last month or preparing for the next month. So it never really, you just got to completely keep recruiting all the time.
And that's your life now?
That's our lives now.
That's not really my life. It's your life. I just have to.
You're a part of the team too.
Yeah. But just so everybody knows, I'm wearing a Christmas sweater. It's it's red, ugly as hell. It has gingerbread men. Mm-hmm. And on the bottom, it says, "Oh, snap." Jamie is not wearing a Christmas sweater because she's too good for that.
I wanted to wear pretty clothes.
Yeah, she might be going to do we
want to say where we're going to go next?
Yeah,
let's not put it out in the universe yet.
I thought it was a good thing to put it out in the universe.
No, let's not, just in case. I don't have hard orders yet, so it's somewhere cold.
But I was so we can do that, where she might go somewhere cold. So she's preparing to go to this place. I said, babe, first of all, it's 6 months before you go. Second of all, when you get there, it's going to be in the summertime.
Third of all, piss poor planning. What is yours?
He's 6 P's of success.
Yeah.
Prior planning prevents piss poor performance.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing.
I didn't make that up. That's been around for a while. I just claimed it.
You just put your name on it.
I put my name on it. Yeah.
Well, we don't, excuse me, we don't really have a direction for today's show.
Not at all. I said, babe, do you want to do a podcast? And she goes, sure.
Yeah.
But then I said, you say that every weekend, then you end up not wanting to do it. So don't toy with my emotions.
Well, I said, let's do it early.
So yeah. So right now it's what? It is 9:42.
And we're already drinking.
And that's tough. I want to talk about the drink we discovered. Well, we're slow. I'm sure it's been around a while. The Grinch.
It's a mean one.
It's the mean some bitch, that's for sure. So it's part rum, our triple sec, we use rum, and part Midori sour,
Midori.
Midori, and then a little splash of Sprite
Yeah. So
with two
cherries.
cherries. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very Christmassy. But I thought that the Midori was just like a mixer. And then you later told me, no, that's also
There's 20% alcohol in Midori.
Yeah.
40% in the rum. Then you got the Sprite, the only really
it's like a splash
chaser.
of Sprite.
The cherries, but you eat the cherries when you're done, and it's like second drink.
Yeah. It's really
So that's
good.
pretty cool. No, it's a good drink. And I tell you, we were day drinking yesterday. We were just having the best old time, making merry. And that shit, it's tough. I mean, it's a good drink, but it'll put you on your ass, a couple of them.
Yeah.
Then I was drinking rum too. So, I mean, bourbon also. So that didn't help my cause any.
Yeah. We were making Christmas cookies.
Yes.
Having the best old time.
Making merry. That's what we do.
So, anyways, let's talk about Christmas because this is actually the first Christmas, I think, in a long time that we've been, we haven't had 2 paychecks.
Yeah.
And I know you did your whole rant, Heath's retirement rant on not getting paid, but like,
No, that's can I stop you? It wasn't on just me not getting paid. It was it's a pandemic in the Navy right now. Go ahead.
But anyway, I mean, obviously we saved money while you were preparing for retirement, so we're like, okay, but I don't know about you. Every time you dip into that savings, it's like, oh, what if we need it for like a new air conditioner,
Yeah.
or the car goes out or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's true.
I don't know. I just it's an antsy time.
It gives me
Whereas-
anxiety to pull out of savings.
Yeah, and of course you've got to get presents and everything. So
Kids are spoiled as hell.
it's just been it's a weird right now.
Yeah. Say the
We're
least.
okay. Don't send money. Or
Yeah.
if you want to send money, that's fine. You can.
I mean, I won't
Right.
return it to
You
you.
can cash app us.
Yeah.
No, but we're okay. It's just it's a weird feeling during the holidays to not have that income coming in.
So let that be a lesson to any sailors or military out there. If you're going to make this a living and you retire, make sure you put some money away prior to retirement, because you never know how these, listen to my rant if you want to, but how long it's going to take them to get off their ass and get you paid. Because I'll be, if I get paid January 1st, which I think I will, I'll get all the back pay.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Fingers crossed. I'll get all that back pay, which, then you just replace our savings or whatever.
Mhm.
But be ready for it, because just because you're not getting paid don't mean the bills stop. That's for sure.
I know. And this whole retirement thing, I want to say it took us by surprise. It didn't, but like I don't think we prepared enough for it. I just,
Well, we were in a peculiar situation. Here's the deal. I would have normally already had a job,
right.
but I didn't want to get invested into this big companies. I had job offers, that I would have making probably as much as I would have as active duty, but I didn't want to give that company that time when I knew I was transferring with Jamie 8 months later. And I shouldn't have had that mentality. It's not the military anymore. I should have said, look, as soon as I'm gone, the civilian organization to hire somebody else. It's not like I'm screwing them, but I had that in my mentality. So I didn't take these jobs because of that. So I just kind of was not doing anything, really, not anything that's making money. And so we're in a peculiar situation because normally it's most of the time it's the man that retires, and the wife usually doesn't have a job, or she does have a job. She's working local. So the man retires, they stay there.
Right.
Or female retires, they stay there, and the guys or gals still working, the civilian still working. The retiree ends up getting a job and they just stay there. It's not normally where you had dual military,
Right.
where the spouse, one of the spouses retires, the other spouse still has like 10 years left. And so we still have to do the transfer thing and the moving location thing and all that. That's not normal. So that's the issue you ran into.
Yeah. And, at least with recruiting, we know that I won't be deploying. I will be home, but it is long hours. It is arduous duty, but we get the opportunity, and it's so cool because Honestly, like, where else can you make Navy money and get put in small town America?
That's pretty cool, actually.
Right?
Yeah.
And get to meet all these people and just get to invest in the community. And I just like recruiting. I'm probably a weirdo because most people will tell you it's hard, but
Oh, it's hard, but sometimes you like it for other reasons too.
I like it for those reasons.
Like the place we were looking at maybe going,
Yeah.
remain unknown.
Unknown. It's cold.
It's cold, and there's only like 21,000 people in that town.
See, how cool
Where
is that?
else is that recruiting? Can you get stationed in a town with 20,000 people? Because I'm an ET. I was an electronics technician. My rate was very flexible. I could go to a lot of different places because the electronics break and they need somebody to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never in a million years thought I could be stationed in a place with 20,000 people.
So cool. Yeah. So fingers crossed everything goes. And of course, once I get hard orders, we'll let y'all know.
And we're going to freeze our ass off. Go there.
We'll let y'all know. But we don't want to jinx anything
No.
because you know how the thing is without hard orders, you could end up in
BFE?
Texas or something.
Texas is not bad.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad. I like Texas.
Yeah. I just would like to get out of Hurricane Alley.
Yes. I would
That's one thing I did ask the detailer. Anywhere but Hurricane Row, please.
Yeah. We're going to the snow belt instead. But I tell you what, I'm just burnt out on hurricanes. I know Jamie is. I went through some major hurricanes in the last few years and I'm done with that shit. It's just, oh my gosh, just you're always like, it's like you got every summer comes around, you got PTSD all of a sudden because you're like, oh, I'm about to hit with a damn hurricane. Because it used to be one of the things that were few and far between. But in the last 4 or 5 years, it's become kind of the norm.
Weird weather phenomenons
Yeah.
everywhere, actually.
Right.
I mean, wasn't it like snowing in California?
Yeah, but it wasn't like LA or anything.
Yeah, but still, it's just weird weather phenomenons
Yeah.
happening everywhere.
Yeah, I just want to get out of hurricanes. At least where we might go. Yeah, you got the cold, but there's no hurricanes, no tornadoes to speak of.
Yeah.
It snows
I
a lot.
mean, obviously, I guess the snow provides a different dilemma.
Yeah. Like you wake up and it's snowing, you still have to like go to work.
I can't wrap my head around that.
Normally where we're from, if it snows, the roads are shut down.
So like I don't know if y'all are up north, maybe y'all can help, but what do y'all do?
Like, do you put change in your car, change on your chains on your tires?
How
like the first part of winter?
do you like and especially for the recruiters up there, like do y'all walk around and like, hey, would you like to join the Navy and it's snowing? Like, I don't understand this.
Yes. Or wow, it sure is cold here. Can I get you somewhere? I can get you somewhere a lot warmer.
No, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's why.
Is that creepy?
No,
that sounded really creepy, right?
You know, honestly, I'm glad you never went recruiting.
So you're cold. I can get you somewhere warmer. It's like a bad pickup line.
I know. But anyway, obviously we don't have a real direction of where this show is going, but we just missed podcasting. We missed y'all and we wanted just to do this holiday episode.
So I hope everybody's Christmas is going good.
Yeah, so let's talk about the cookies that we have made so
Yes. Okay, go ahead. I don't know what they're called.
Okay, first off, we did a batch of sugar cookies.
Yeah.
You know, the kind where you decorate with icing. And Heath bought me all these pretty icings. And I wanted to do it so bad with the boys. But this is honestly the first year that you and I have been doing all the Christmas stuff.
Caleb helped a couple times.
A couple times.
Yeah.
But we decorated.
He just
baked
like
the cookies.
He poured the flour in the thing, or is that what he did?
Yeah. And they just want to be with their friends right now.
Yeah.
So it's been different this year, honestly. But anyway, we did the sugar cookies first. I decorated them all with the icing. And then we tried to make another batch of those same sugar cookies, but forgot the sugar. So we created a new cookie that's kind of crunchy because we put the sugar in after we had already mixed the dough.
Right.
Yeah.
And it turned out good.
Actually, yeah.
I liked it.
Mm-hmm. I want to make that again, I think.
And then what do we do with the
Thumbprint cookies?
I'm sorry?
The thumbprint cookies.
Those were good.
Put Nutella and
Talk about it.
Strawberry jam. So what it has in there is all the same stuff for sugar cookies, but you add vanilla bean paste, which is extra good. And then you put your thumb in there and then put a little Nutella
Or
or jam.
Yep.
Or whatever you have.
So me and you like the Nutella better.
Yeah.
Caleb liked the jam
The
better.
jam. He loves those jam cookies.
Yeah. And then your boy Heath
Go
came
ahead.
up with some Christmas crack. So what it is, I'm sure you've heard of this. I don't think I've broken anything substantial here, but you lay saltines across the pan, and then you make like a butter dark sugar, right? Brown sugar,
Right. Well, a caramel sauce.
a caramel sauce, and then you dump that on there, and then you melt chocolate and do that on there, and you let it sit overnight in the fridge. Man, it is crack.
It's good.
But Caleb didn't like it. He said it was a little too salty. He's crazy. That shit was good.
But since we've been on our hiatus from our show, we haven't gone without doing podcasts. We
Yeah.
actually have been on the Gen X.
Yes. And I
Yes.
might be biased, but that was a good episode she had with you. That was awesome.
I want to talk about Trish the Dish for a little bit because I don't feel feminine all the time. I mean, I dress, I paint my nails, I do all the girly stuff, but in the Navy, I don't always feel feminine. I'm always talking to a bunch of guys. I'm always talking about what football or whatever, but that is probably the most feminine episode. I talked about the kids. I talked about marriage. Like, that's probably the most feminine I've ever been on a podcast, where you talk about what women really find interesting.
Yeah. And then I did one with her. It hasn't been released yet. It's going to be released, I think, either next or the week after. I think the week after next.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, then I show up and then I pour me a bourbon and she gets her a vodka seltzer.
Which, Trish, I am upset that we didn't drink together. So
Right.
we will have her. If you've heard the Gen X voice podcast or haven't heard it, you need to go check it out. But we are going to have Trish on our show.
Yep. Or I
eventually.
scheduled it for next month. So I'm looking forward to that. And the notes, when I put it on our calendar notes, I put be prepared to drink. That's what I put. Because you're not copping out this time like you did last time with Jamie.
Yeah.
But be prepared to drink, Trish. Also, guess who recorded recently?
Who?
Ian, Wild Whiskey.
Oh, really?
He's been on a hiatus too, but him and his wife bought a house.
Yeah.
He moved his family down there before he retires. He's getting ready to retire next year from the Army.
He's doing like a geo batch.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he has he said, wow, this studio is really quiet. But
Wow.
I'm in the middle of that one. It's about Paul Revere. And then he's drinking whiskey.
Love Paul Revere. So Ian's another one of our bad influences. I think all of our friends
Do you
are
know-
kind of bad influences.
You got to watch what you say, because Ian the other day, he posted something on Twitter and tagged us and Hermes on it. He said, I'm just sitting over here being bad, old man, bad influence, because he heard you
Ian,
talking that shit.
you are a bad influence. So if you haven't heard Why Whiskey, you need to listen to Why
Yes.
Whiskey. And if you ever get the opportunity to guest star on the Why Whiskey,
Or have Ian come on your show.
buckle up.
Buckle up, because what'd you say, baby? This is tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Could you?
It was a tough show to get through. I mean, I drank so much whiskey.
It wasn't because he's bad. He's awesome. He's great, but he likes to drink. And Jamie don't drink whiskey.
What did we? Oh, we had to do a surprise party the next day
Oh,
and
my God.
record our own episode
With
the
Scuttlebutt,
Scuttlebutt
with Hermes and
podcast.
Morpheus at that day. Yeah.
And I was absolutely done.
And I had to blow up fucking balloons the next day for a party you were having. So
Yeah.
we got hammered with Ian.
On accident.
On
Like,
ac-
we were tasting these whiskeys. It wasn't, when you think of a whiskey tasting, you don't think of falling down
Yeah.
drunk.
Yep.
But apparently I didn't understand whiskey and all of it.
Well, you're drinking it neat. No ice, no mixer. You're just
Yeah.
drinking.
So like 5 sips. That's all I had. 5 sips.
But we did it over like 4 or 5 different whiskeys. So you did that. You would get up next morning, went to work. You had to be up early that day. I remember.
That's right.
And then I stuck around and blew up fucking balloons, tired as hell, because I got up with you. One team, one fight, right?
Right.
Got up with you. But because earlier when did we record with Hermes and them? Was it the next day?
No, that next day.
That's
we
right.
did.
The next morning, we got up early to get ready to record with them. You went to work and I blew up balloons. And I drank when I was with
The
Hermes, the
Scuttlebutt,
Scuttlebutt. Yeah.
So when we say Hermes, we mean the Scuttlebutt podcast, which is another one on our list of must listens to.
Yeah. They just did one. Him and his wife, Khaleesi, just did one 107, I believe. It's another couples counseling 2.0. They're good together. I really like them two together.
I like Khaleesi. I like her, what she adds to the show, but it's Hermes, Morpheus, and Theron. They're three anonymous sailors. Well, Theron's not, but they're anonymous sailors that host the Scuttlebutt podcast. And now Khaleesi's been.
No, she's moved.
Oh,
she's with him.
she's
They're
there? Okay.
they're living together as husband and wife now.
Mm.
So
Obviously, Hermes was doing a geobatch.
yeah.
So geobatch is when you are living away from your family, just for our non-Navy listeners, and you're at that command, but your family didn't come with you, so you have two separate households.
Yeah.
Geo-bachelor.
Geo-bachelor. That's not a good. Well, I guess it's bad, especially if you're living like a long ways away. But it sucked for Hermes and Khaleesi, but at least they were within driving distance.
That's right.
So I know right before she moved in, she was coming down like every weekend. They were recording together, or with Morpheus and Theron. They were doing their Scuttlebutt podcast, and she was like a guest host. And Morpheus, our boy's gone. He's deployed.
Yeah. Again.
Our boy Morpheus.
Yeah. We gotta.
I need to write him a letter or send him an
Send
email.
him a care package.
Or write him a poem.
We'll probably send you a care package, Morpheus, if you're listening to this.
Yeah.
From Louisiana with love.
Yes. But I tell you what, there's so many great podcasts out there. And I tell you what, I love this family. Wild Whiskey. Tavern in Question also.
Ian. Tavern in Question. I love it.
Yes. With Ian. That's Ian from Wild Whiskey and his brother Josh do one.
Yeah.
But you know what's cool? So right now they're doing it virtually via Zoom or whatever, Discord, they do it.
Okay.
And when Ian retires next year, he moved to Michigan. They're going to be doing it together in their own little studio, the Tavern in Question studio.
That's cool. We'll have to visit.
I tell you what, I got to go up there.
Oh, for
Battle
sure.
Creek, Michigan. I got to go up there.
For sure.
Yeah. But in the summertime. Not in the wintertime. That's the Midwest.
Well, I mean, we'll be like naturals at the cold by then. You hear my stuffy nose? This is from Louisiana.
No, that's from you not going to the doctor. I tell you what, you're getting those fits, those coughing fits. It's like you're like a 20-year smoker or something.
Whatever. So let's talk about another podcast that we enjoy. Obviously, Microbake. He's been on our show.
No, we were on his show.
Well,
we need to have him on our show.
Yeah, we do.
Microbrake's great. He'll shove so much stuff in your throat in a short amount of time, but it doesn't feel like it, but it feels like natural. Like it doesn't hurt. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't hurt your brain to think about that much.
Right. And then you got beer in front.
I'm
thinking about Tavern in Question.
That
Beer in front,
hitting hard.
Yes.
Beer in front.
With my boy Dave. That? Dave's killing it.
You hear that, Dave?
Yeah, love you, Dave. And I was on his show a couple months back.
Yeah.
And
I'm so sorry I missed that. I was having one of my burnout.
It was supposed to be Jamie, but she was having a burn. No, you had a concussion. You couldn't hardly walk.
That's right.
Yeah. And then Half Hour Bros. I'm still waiting on them fuckers to we got to do this. We got to do this hot jerky. I got hot jerky sitting in my damn pantry right now.
Does jerky even stay good?
It's good forever. It's like Twinkies.
Jerky Pros is a sponsor of the Half Hour Bros.
Well, yeah, they are a sponsor.
Yeah, but they don't sponsor us, so we just mentioned them for free. Yeah,
we just Jerky Pro. You're mentioned for free. You're welcome.
And then, of course, we have Chuck and Ruff.
Chuck and Ruff. Oh yeah, we did one with them.
So I don't know if y'all heard it, but y'all need to go check out our episode of Battleship because
we did one with Chuck. He came on our show.
He came on our show.
And then we went on.
We tried to do what they do.
Yeah, we're not. We suck.
Yeah.
I was trying to be all like scientific and like all methodical on it.
And then this is what happened.
But then we went on their show, the Chuck and Ruff Go to the Movies, and you talking about a great show. I enjoyed it. They have so many good shows. They have they talk about everything. the Mars show,
Yeah, Mars.
Mars Attacks. They did that
Attacks.
one. Oh, that shit was funny. Then we did the battleship with them right after that.
Mhm.
They did that one together. Then we went on the battleship one with them. And
Yeah.
I tell you what, there's such a couple great guys.
Yeah.
I love those guys. I love this family.
Right.
It's awesome.
Of course, FMO FM.
Oh, those crazy guys. Yeah, I love them.
The Florida Man on Florida Man.
They've been sick recently. Hope you guys are feeling better.
Yeah. So, I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you are going running, that's not the best podcast to put on.
No, because you'll laugh your ass off while you're trying to run.
And you completely ruin your run. So just save it for, a long drive.
Yes.
They're hilarious.
It's not even that long of a drive because it's only like usually between 45 minutes and an hour.
Well, okay, just save it for a drive.
Yeah. No, they're not super long, not a super long show.
I don't know how they do it, honestly. Now in Espanol.
Now they got that shit in Espanol and they got action
Not
figures.
Espanol,
Oh, how you say it,
Espanol.
babe? I'm sorry. You're the local Hispanic here.
the local
Do you say hable or habla?
hablo.
Oh, you say hablo.
Yo,
If I no hablo, no hable, Espanol. How do you say it?
like you don't
Like I'm
speak
talking
it?
to somebody that speaks Spanish and they try to talk to
No
me in Spanish.
hablo.
Cool. I always say hableno or something. I don't know.
Hablano,
I got the ob right.
jalapeno.
No jalapeno. Espanol. No.
No, they get it.
But then they also have action figures.
I'm so jealous.
I'm a little jelly. I love them.
If we could get some action figures from the action figure people, I'd appreciate it.
Heath and Jamie.
Yeah, in our little sailor suits. It's not a suit, it's a uniform.
They're saying, like we're fighting crime, like Batman.
Sailor suits.
So could we? I mean, what if I had it like just in a t-shirt and shorts and it said retired SCPO on my hat?
No, that's stupid.
I got to be in like a little suit.
Let go, retiree.
I am letting go. That's why I said not in a suit or uniform. I said in
Oh,
a retired.
gotcha, I gotcha.
Yeah, but I'm wearing a Christmas sweater and you're not.
Yeah, so Heath always talks about how hard it is to let go, because not that the Navy is our identity, but it is a big part of our life, right? And he thought he was just gonna fade into the woodwork, and he's having a hard time letting go, y'all.
I'm not anymore.
Yeah, he is.
No,
Yeah, he is.
no.
Yeah, he is. I'm pretty sure you made the cashier at Cash Savers call you senior chief.
I did not. No. Hermie still calls me senior.
So name us another podcast that we
Oh
must
shit.
listen to. Because I know you got Chicklet.
Chicklet. Yes. That's my girls. It's crazy bitches. They're fun. They're fun. They do books and movies and it's like,
I just love y'all so much because Heath does not read.
no, I hate
And-
reading.
And I would say obviously, but that would be rude.
Oh, it's fucked up.
But he doesn't read. But he was like, I just love the way they were talking about the Twilight series.
They were talking
But
about everything.
he only watched movies. So
I saw them all. Guilty pleasure. But no, they're good. Like Karen the other day, she hit us up E14. She was just to say, I'm sorry, because I guess they did an episode with Scuttlebutt
yeah.
as a co-host or whatever. And they said, I'm sorry, I talked about how you're so old on the episode so much. I was like,
You know why people think you're old?
but I listened to it. I didn't hear her say anything.
You know why?
Why?
Because of that gray beard you got growing in.
I'm gonna shave it tomorrow.
No. We can get you some just for men.
No, I'll go see your hairstylist
Yeah.
or your
Put
nail
some highlights
lady.
in there. Put some
Highlight.
highlights
I'm
in
gonna
there.
get some gold or some blonde highlights. I look like Guy Fieri.
What about the bad apples?
Oh, she's good. She does think about cops that do bad things. There are a few bad apples, right?
Yeah.
About cops that screw up in hers. That's really good. Also, Chicklet. God dang, there's so many. It's hard for me to
Yeah,
even
He's
keep
been
up.
drinking.
I've
Sorry
been
for y'all.
drinking. Yeah, son
Yeah.
bitch. Yeah, bad apples is really good.
Everybody has been sending us stickers, and we're not doing this episode to get more stickers.
But if you want to send
feel
some,
so inclined,
please send some. I won't turn them down. I'll put them on my sticker board.
Yeah, we got a cool sticker board. So I don't know if y'all know this Navy tradition.
Yeah.
But they call them zaps. Zaps. Any bar, Navy bar.
Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe it's more of an aviation thing. I
It
don't
is a
know.
big aviation thing.
So each squadron has a sticker of their squadron logo. And when you go to a bar, you zap. Like you put that sticker on the bar.
On the bar somewhere.
Or on the wall. And yeah. Zaps. You could zap anything. You could zap an Air Force squadron. You could put your sticker on.
Air Force can even do it?
No, well they do. But you could zap anything to let them know you were there.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so we got a zap board out here. And if you feel so inclined again,
Please feel free to send stickers. I will not
send stickers too. We might send you one back.
Yeah, that's true. We owe Chick Lick and Few Bad Apples.
We do.
Though. Yeah,
we do.
We owe them.
We got stickers.
We just got them in. We've been kind of like deciding on which design we like and which company we'll go through.
I'm not gonna lie. Life's been rough lately.
How's it been rough?
Well, not rough. It's just been like
you got the best job in the Navy, best job in the world. You're a United States sailor.
No, okay, maybe not overwhelming. It's just been a lot lately. So like, honestly, it's the drive.
That drive is a bitch. Yeah.
The drive. So started going on a ferry. So we have a ferry that goes over the Mississippi River. And you drive about 15 minutes outside of Chalmette, and you can hop on this ferry.
But Chalmette's 30 minutes from our house.
Right. So you can hop on this ferry and hop over the Mississippi. However, I don't know what it is about this damn ferry. I got a flat tire. My chief got 2 flat tires. And we pay $1 to go over this ferry.
It's that freaking laissez bon temps roulette bullshit they got in New Orleans. They don't care. That laissez bon temps roulette. They pack them in. They probably don't do maintenance worth of shit. Maybe Chuck, he's a ferry captain.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he can enlighten us.
Some insight.
Enlighten us, Chuck. But
they don't give a shit about your car.
They don't give a shit in there. And I know their upkeep is below par.
Oh, it looks nice.
Does it?
It looks real clean.
Then why people getting flat tires?
Well,
your chief got 2 of them. That's unsat.
Okay. In his defense, he was getting off the ferry and there was a board on the road. He was trying to duck it.
Avoid.
But yeah, he got 2 sides.
When I was living in Washington State, I took a ferry almost every day. Mm-hmm. Never even crossed my mind to have a flat tire. Never. That was like for a year straight.
Yeah, I got one.
You got one in your first 2 months of riding the damn ferry.
Yeah.
So I think it's that laissez bon.
It should be said that I'm also not that great of a driver.
You're a good driver. I mean, for a chick, you're all right.
I have on my new car that Heath bought me before he retired.
But just to say, Jamie paid the last payment on it.
Okay. Well, he said,
because I'm broke.
I'm gonna break the 4th wall here.
Break it.
What he said.
Break it.
If you make chief, I'll buy you a new car. I said, well, that's just never gonna happen. So how about if you make master chief? He said, well, that's just never gonna happen. So we bought a new car.
I just bought it for shits and grins. Shits and gigs.
Anyway, it has that lane assist. And that has saved my butt so many times in New Orleans. I'll tell you what.
How's the lane assist go? I don't know.
Well, if you start veering outside
for our listeners, are not as bougie as you.
Veering outside of your lane, it'll beep 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 till you get back, and it'll actually steer back into the lane for you.
See what kind of wife I got, guys? She's bougie as hell.
Yeah, and that's great because a lot of times, and I'm not saying I'm right, but a lot of times I'm texting like people about the Navy while I'm driving. I'm not saying I'm right.
Don't do it.
I'm not saying I'm
what
right.
the hell? Not just because of the truck or the vehicle, but for your life.
People want to know about the Navy, and I need to provide that.
Well, pull your ass to the side of the road and do it.
No, because then I'll never be home.
That's true. Good point. So what's next on your agenda? I mean, what What are your goals?
No, honestly, for the first time in like forever, I have passed off all of my collateral duties.
First time you hadn't had collateral duty in your at least your first class career,
Yeah, I'll say that.
which has
I've,
been for a minute.
turned over CFL. I have turned over the First Class Petty Officer Association. And I'm just doing my job and I feel free.
You're just doing your job.
I feel so free.
I tell you, that's awesome.
I feel like 1,000 pounds has been lifted off my shoulders.
Do you know I was a senior chief forever made that feeling?
Whew,
That is,
son.
I get it. That was an awesome feeling. It was
Yeah.
great. I remember that. It was so awesome.
Waiting on orders, waiting on those hard orders, like we talked about in the beginning.
Go somewhere cold so you can
go
freeze
somewhere cold,
freeze your ass off.
and just looking for the next chapter of our lives. I'm excited.
Me too.
I look at houses often. I mean, we just moved in June, mind you, but I'm looking at new houses because
Well, we moved because we had to.
Yeah,
Because we're renting and our landlord
Yeah.
sold the house. We had to
Yeah.
move into a different. Now I'm renting from a gunny in the Marine Corps.
who's badass by the
Yeah,
way.
he's awesome. He likes to drink, and so do I. So we do hang out and drink sometimes.
Yeah, but it's just time to go.
He looks up to me because he wants to be like me one day.
You hear that, Gunny?
Yeah, Gunny, you won't be like me.
No, but it's time to go. I
It's time to
I
roll.
did what I came to do in New
Yep.
Orleans.
Yep.
And I'm ready to roll. And I think I made an impact, or I tried to.
Mhm.
And now I'm ready to go do it somewhere else.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Don't get the big head down.
Mhm.
So I was in the Navy a long time, and I always thought I was the baddest sumbitch at the time where I was anywhere. But I'm glad, and I thank God every day that I never had to be ranked against Jamie Britt.
Babe.
She's the best. She's going to do it
I
because
paid him to say that.
no, she didn't pay me. She maybe a little bit. Maybe she paid me in cookies or something or bourbon. But you're going to do it. 100%. I 100% believe that.
Honestly, I told everybody this. I'm happy wherever I go.
Yeah.
I have no what do you call it? When people really, really, really want to go somewhere,
You don't care about location.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm up for where the wind takes me.
Yeah. I was the same way. I mean, even when I gave a fuck about location, it was never for me. It was always for somebody else.
Right.
I didn't give a
we
shit.
have a senior this year.
Yep.
Once he retires, we're like free.
He don't retire. He graduates.
Graduates. Sorry.
Yeah. That Grinch.
No, I'm sorry. Chief retired. Heath retired.
Yeah. I retired. He
The
graduates.
Grinch. It's a mean one.
No,
It's one drink. It's one drink.
And I don't care. I did make a suggestion or a humble request to Jamie. Let's get out of Hurricane Alley. I'm just burnt out on these motherfuckers.
Nah, you want to go to
I want to go to Tennessee.
you want to go to Tennessee.
I would love to go to Tennessee,
I don't even
but not
know.
Memphis.
No,
I want
he
to go.
wants to go out there where everyone vacations. Nobody's thinking about joining the Navy.
There's a good population in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge area that don't vacation. I mean, it's a pretty good area. Everybody working in those crappy ass places making minimum wage would love to do something better for themselves. That's what I was
True.
thinking. That's what I was thinking. But baby climbs fool's go mountain. She don't listen to her
I
husband.
do. And everybody's like, no, don't go to the Midwest recruiting.
That's not the
so
Midwest,
hard."
by the way.
Where is it?
Tennessee is still the Mid-South, actually.
Anyways,
Yes.
everybody's like, no, don't go. And I'm like, oh, yes, sign me up. I'll volunteer.
Let's do it. Because Chicklet, they're from the Mid-South, North
Mm,
Carolina.
North Carolina.
They're fellow inbreeders. Yes.
I don't know if you can say that.
Can I see that online?
I don't think so.
Do I have to cut this out?
Probably.
I'm not cutting it out. Chicklet, you're a bunch of inbreeders.
In Louisiana.
They're in North Carolina.
But you said they're fellow.
They're fellow inbreeders. I mean, they're from. Did you ever watch Wrong Turn, the movie?
Yeah.
That took place in their neck of the woods.
Okay, but why do you say fellow inbreed?
Oh yeah, I'm not an inbreeder. Why'd I say that? Yeah, sure. Good point. Bourbon.
Obviously,
Bourbon.
this Grinch and this bourbon is getting to us.
Yeah.
So
No, guys, I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, and it's been fun talking with y'all this morning. And I always love any day that I can do a show with my wife is a good day.
yeah.
So a great day. And this is why we did it, to spend time together when we couldn't do anything else. Even though we can do a million, we can do whatever we want now.
Yeah, it's open.
It's
Wide
open. It's still a great thing.
It's awesome.
I love it. And with that, we wish you
Fair winds.
and following seas.